Can we take a detour for a second and talk about... I want y'all to see if this is disturbing or not, because I was thinking about it now that I'm older. When I was in kindergarten, once a year, our principal would get all the kids together in the cafeteria, and he would sit on the stage in a little kiddie pool full of Jello and read us a story. And I was thinking about that the other day, now that I'm a grown man. I'm thinking,
Wait, are you having reoccurring nightmares? I just imagine like sitting in a chair and you're like, elementary school is nice. And you're like, oh, remember that crazy zany guy? Was so cool.
He wore Richard Nixon mask.
Jello.
I'm not sure what was up with that.
Back, guys. This is the Heads Up Display podcast. As you may or may not know, we were gone for an entire summer break, so we're back and we're all really excited and ready to start rolling again. So I think the first thing we want to talk about was the new Metal Gear Solid game with our Metal Gear Solid expert, Josh Engard.
That would be me. Just to give you guys an idea of how massive, how expansive the game is, I'm 15 main missions and 15 side missions into the game. Only 17% done with the entire game.
Jeez.
So, came out 2 weeks ago today.
Was that a failed slow clap? The slow clap, yeah.
I think it deserves a failed slow clap. It's
yeah.
A failed slow clap.
It really failed.
17% is I'm just blazing through it, but yeah, I'm playing it actually on 360, even though it came out on now the current gen PS4 and Xbox One. But honestly, I have to say, it looks gorgeous on the 360.
I've heard.
There are times where I think I'm watching a movie, and the game kind of plays like that. Each mission, whether it be a side mission or a main mission, has opening credits. It has all the designers of the level, and it does the same thing with closing credits. So it's almost like you're binge watching a Netflix series.
Does that get like annoying or like?
Sometimes, I don't know. I'm such a fanboy about it that I don't think it'll ever get annoying to me, but I could see how it could for some.
Huh. So if I were to say, hey, I wanted to start playing Metal Gear Solid now, I've never touched one of those games, would you suggest that I get this newest one, or that's a
tough one. Chronologically, they go 3, 5, 1, 2, 4. I know it's ridiculous, but I would say 3 is probably the best one to start with. But this one is definitely, they pulled out all the stops for it. Anything that was good from previous games, they put into this one, and anything they felt that they needed to add, they added it. I think the best part about the game is the multiple ways you can do one task. There'll be a mission where you have to go eliminate some Spetsnaz commander, and he's having a meeting.
Spetsnaz?
Spetsnaz?
Is that like
the Russian special forces?
Yeah. No.
Basically, your average Russian.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any Russian you find on the street, basically.
Yeah.
They get shot and they still run 3 miles.
That was fantastic.
Reeks of vodka.
Slow clap. That's slow clap.
Have you ever watched Deadliest Warrior? It has Spetsnaz and they're like, we get shot and we still run 3 miles.
Still run 3 miles.
I think it was like Spetsnaz versus Green
They
Beret.
pour vodka on the wound. It's all
It purify everything, yeah?
Make you forget everything.
I run on potato juice.
Way off topic now. A simple mission where you have to eliminate a Spetsnaz commander who's holding a meeting with a Russian commander who is holding a meeting with his troops, and let's say you can go get on a sniper point from where they're meeting and just take him out and snipe him. Or you can infiltrate, take him alive, or I think my favorite way to do it is you have a horse with you. It's totally optional. You can bring a horse along with you for transportation. And when you build a bond with this horse, you can make him defecate on command, which comes in handy when you're in the middle of a road. You can have the horse do his business right there. Go and wait for some of the soldiers going to the meeting in a jeep. They will hit the dookie and slide around while they're completely discombobulated from that. You can sneak a C4 on their jeep and then just watch as the jeep drives to the meeting and detonate that C4, killing the commander and everyone.
I'd like to know that's not how horse poop works. but still,
And-
pretty decent game feature.
So basically, it's the banana peel
Exactly.
of Metal Gear Solid. Gotcha.
Now, how do you know whether or not that's how horsepower works?
I used to ride horses and stuff.
Fun fact:
It's
I can
very-
defecate on command.
Like the guy from Jackass, right? There was a guy. In
Oh,
Jackass. Yeah,
was
he
it-
did-
was
No, I remember
I
that
know,
scene. Like
yeah.
I was like, "What is going on?" Ah!
Anyway,
Yeah.
yeah, I used to have some experience with horses, and it's very mulchy.
We'll just assume the horse had the
Yes.
rubs.
Anyway, we can make a lot of assumptions about horses and their dookie, but
That is so yummy.
I would name a lot of words to describe that, but yummy would not be
will
one.
not be in the.
No,
that's
just-
weird, that's a
But that's
strange-
just me personally.
I
Hey.
stepped in
Do
horse
you?
poop before.
Did you go sliding? Did someone sneak some C4 on you and blow you
Oh,
up?
that's the worst. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a good.
See some sketchy dudes running around with headbands and eye patches. Just
One more
Watch
thing.
out.
The game takes place in 1984, and I guess Hideo Kojima, the director and creator of the game, must have. I assume he did grow up in the 80s, and I assume he listened to a lot of pop music because one of the many collectibles in the game are cassette tapes of pop hits back in the 80s.
Nice.
And not only can you just collect these and listen to them, first of all, how he got the rights to all these songs is pretty impressive. But not only can you just listen to these, but you can set it as the music for your helicopter when it comes for air support to pick you up, to drop you off.
Now-
Right now, I have "Take on Me" blaring out of my helicopter.
no, I've heard breaking the theme. You can also do the John Cena walk-up music.
Yes, you can also upload any music you have on
That's
your
incredible.
One guy, for example, used the John Cena intro music, so his helicopter's just giving him air support while it's blaring.
And I think you showed me a video, but my favorite part was when it's off in the distance. It's really quiet. It's like
Yeah, you can just kind of hear it
Like
coming
an
in.
apocalypse now, like the Ride of the Valkyries, like all
You
the
can,
all
you
the
can have
videos
Ride of the
people like.
Valkyries.
Is that John Cena?
That's incredible.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
So that sounds pretty sweet as
It's-
far as the game goes.
Absolutely sweet, and I'm reviewing it for the big show on HUD, and
Check it out.
Tune in.
it was on review.
Soon. We don't know what day it's gonna be.
Before or after
It,
this
sh-
podcast
it should be
is uploaded.
next Wednesday.
It'll be on the internet at some point. You can watch it whenever you want after that.
Internets, anytime you want. Heads up display review show. All right. Well, that was a fantastic conversation about Metal Gear Solid. Sounds like a legit game. So now we're gonna move on to my favorite part of the podcast. Podcast competition time. You see this? This is my hype button.
That's your hype button. I'll
Post
do.
production. You're gonna hear.
I'll do
gonna
you
hear
one
some
better.
hype. Yeah.
I can feel it getting live in here. Oh, there it
Exactly.
is.
There you go. What's up? All right. So for this week's competition, I've decided we're gonna do something called Ye Olde Tweets. Now this is new, where we are going to imagine that Twitter was around during a certain time period, and we're gonna write tweets for that time period. So this time I've selected the Revolutionary War. So I think you've all prepared
Good
some
times.
tweets. Good
I
times. Let's hear them. Who wants to start?
I'll go. They're kind of. I went ahead and did a Twitter handle too, just to jazz it up a bit. I'm sure most of y'all did as well, right? Right? Twitter handles.
Yeah.
Yeah, all
Okay, cool.
day, every day.
Handlebar.
All right, so this tweet's coming live at us from @Don'tShootTheMessenger. All we've got is 2 lantern emojis. Hashtag by C.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That was also acceptable.
All right, and then I got one more. This one's coming live to us from @WeThePeople. King George, more like King Joffrey.
I guess I'll go next. Okay, this one's coming directly from King George III himself.
Oh, he's got his own.
This one says, "Colony in revolt. It's crazy, mate. Hashtag monarchy probs."
Wow.
Hashtag all-
No, nobody's. Okay. That's because we're Americans. We don't like King George. Here
Well,
comes
yeah.
the next one, directly from Ben Franklin himself. He says, "King George III, more like King George the Turd." Am I right, ladies? At King George.
This is a womanizer.
Oh.
I got one for you.
Be frank. Freak.
Kill him.
Said it all.
Kill him.
Kill him.
All right, I'm gonna go with mine. I actually made nice little template versions.
it's
Right
okay.
here we have
They'll
Paul
be
Revere
in this area.
@PollyRev,
Yeah.
tweeting at the Continental Congress. "A fan better dip out quick. Hashtag Brits are coming."
Oh, good one.
Damn it.
Strong.
That would beat mine.
Following that up, we have Thomas Jefferson on, as you can see, 10:27 p.m., July the 3rd, 1776. Thomas Jefferson at TJeff said, really procrastinating on this declaration thing, LOL.
Lobes.
And last but not least, we have Betsy Ross here. She's looking on Pinterest for cute flag ideas.
Heart emoji.
Heart emoji.
That was a good one.
I also had an idea for another one. It would have been a portrait of King George III, and it's a pic tweet, whatever.
Pick.
Yeah, Benjamin Franklin would be tweeting this picture at King George, pointing out his little slippers, saying, "What are those?" Thank you.
Yeah, definitely. I'm definitely giving one of those.
Alright, so I had two. I didn't write them down, so bear with me. Alright, so
It's okay.
one was a guy coming back from the Boston Massacre. Says, just got back from the massacre, hashtag closed caskets.
That's super dark. Oh my god.
And then the other one was from Paul Revere. Paul Revere was the British are coming guy, right?
Yes.
Shows how much of a patriot I am. I gotta brush up on that, spark note the history. But he tweets, at Founding Fathers, LOL, British are coming, hashtag hide your kids, hide your wife. So, that
Kill
was
streak.
that.
That was a kill streak.
Oh.
Quit with the radio morning show sound effect.
What is this?
Yeah, but Doogie and the baby.
Crazy Ira in the douche.
Next podcast, we're all coming with crazy morning shows.
Sounds good.
What was
That's what I'm
that?
talking about.
Medieval war cry.
It sounded like the damned souls in
It's
hell.
like Satan, yeah.
Yeah. Like I get down there with Dante and Virgil, and they're like, "Yeah, you get used to that."
Allie.
Oh.
President Day.
Okay. So,
It's the face of being horribly unprepared.
Kid, you have a huge big toe.
Yeah, dude. We'll get a picture of that
That
on the
is
screen.
monstrous.
Yeah, it's big. I have big feet.
I'm
13.
gonna have nightmares about that later.
Just have a Gage's toe cam.
We could put a GoPro on there.
GoPro,
We can
yeah.
call it GoTo.
Go Toad, next bro.
Come alive, Gage's go-to.
So about that tweet, Allie.
Tell us about that.
So yeah, we haven't forgotten about your
I
tweet.
bought you time. Come on.
oh god, I'm sorry. Okay.
France tweeting at the U.S. Okay, fine, we'll come.
Washington, he tweets, "What about that Constitution?"
Oh, I was supposed to put an air horn effect, but I forgot for some reason.
It's okay, it wasn't worthy enough.
You should have been like, I don't know, something about Washington, about how his mixtape is gonna heat up Valley Forge or something like that.
That's a good one.
Yeah, see, that's not in my job description.
Oh yeah.
That's fair.
El Presidente. Not exactly
Yeah,
the
it's
same
not,
thing.
it's not in my job description. I don't have to come prepared or have cool remarks like you.
I own
Fantastic.
you. Yeah.
I think it's probably unanimous that Josh by far had the best
Yeah.
tweets.
I don't know.
You guys like 4 or 5.
Chris had a good one too. What was the not the Paul Revere one, but the other
Oh,
one?
the Boston Massacre.
Boston
Yeah,
Massacre.
Oh,
That
yeah,
was good, too.
darkness,
Hashtag
yeah.
closed casket.
You got her.
Hashtag close cast.
My vote's up for Josh.
Yeah, I'll give it to Josh.
Oh,
yeah.
Josh, dude.
Yeah.
You made a mistake.
Fantastic.
You made a mistake by making it Twitter and the American Revolution, which are two things I love. So
So it was just destiny.
We're playing with strong suits, man. This has been the Josh podcast so far.
Fun fact though, we've got a Caged Against the Machine, the reigning album cover champ, framed on the man cave
That's
wall.
what I'm talking about.
Gage hanging
I love
banners
that.
in here.
Yeah, you know, I never got a participation trophy as a kid, so I have to.
If
get
I
one
come with a
against
full size version of Asteroid, you'll have to hang it up in here, correct?
I'll move Caged Against the Machine up a little bit, and boom, it'll fit perfectly right there.
If you're missing out, Heads Up Display Podcast Season 1. Check it out. Alright, sweet. Fantastic on the Heads Up Display podcast contest on that one. So I think we're gonna transition to something new. Actually, it was suggested last week. What would your favorite character from a movie or TV or books, whatever, what would their favorite movie be? Who would like to start?
I'll start again, but I've got a couple, so man, it's up to y'all. Really.
Let it roll.
Go for it, man.
All right, so
Get the juices flowing.
first off, I did Aldo the Apache. I said his
Sound
favorite
good?
movie. His favorite movie would probably be The Revenant, and it's not even out yet
Okay.
because he's a descendant from Mountain and Jim Bridger. Exactly. So and he will be in The Revenant. Then I did Woody from Toy Story. His favorite movie would be The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
Okay. Makes a lot of sense.
Mark Watney. He's a book character, about to be a movie character in The Martian. His favorite movie would be Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Yeah.
And then I did Rustin Cole from True Detective.
Over there.
No, he's over there now. I forgot I moved you. Anyways, his favorite movie would probably be Donnie Darko. And then last but not least, I did Khaleesi and How to Train Your Dragon.
Oh, okay.
Makes sense. It fits.
For what it's worth, Miles Teller's favorite movie would probably be Drumline.
Probably,
Hey.
at least. Or what's his name in
That's
that?
such a terrible movie.
Can't remember his name all of a sudden.
I just blanked.
I thought that was his movie character's name,
Fletcher.
and now I'm realizing that
No,
Fletcher's
Fletcher.
the teacher.
Fletcher's the teacher, yeah.
Yeah,
and
but
then-
I'm trying to remember
Andrew
his name
Neiman.
now.
yeah,
Andrew Neiman.
Neiman.
Andrew.
Yeah, he says Neiman so loud so many times that it's hard to forget. So yeah, that's a couple that I got. Anybody else?
Yeah, I got one. Okay, I love my boy Aragorn.
Yeah.
Okay, he's a great character. He's the king of Gondor.
Yeah.
He has a stressful life by nature. Mordor's right there. I feel like he goes up to the top of his throne, sits back, and watches all the Lethal Weapon movies in a row. No
Probably.
particular reason. Just good buddy flick. Some Danny Glover in your life.
Danny Glover's always.
That's what I'm talking about.
I think everyone would probably watch Lethal Weapon
I think he would love
or
it.
Hidalgo.
It's like, who's that handsome gentleman on that
It's
horse?
like, oh man,
Huh.
that looks like on my
He's-
horse and my.
He has rugged charm.
I had trouble with mine at first because the first movie character came to mind was Obi-Wan Kenobi, but then I thought, I don't know, Kenobi would probably prefer something that aired on PBS. Not quite as interesting. Then I thought about James Bond, and I thought, well, I'm pretty sure James Bond would enjoy a good James Bond movie.
His life is a movie.
Yeah,
exactly.
You know?
So
Anything
I kind
else.
of went with something recent. I really liked Caleb from Ex Machina. I liked his
Okay.
character, his character development. I would say he would probably, given his situation in the movie, enjoy the movie Her.
Aww.
That's
Poor
not the
Caleb.
guy that falls in love
Creepy.
with his phone, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, basically.
Falls in love with an AI.
Yeah. Basically just a voice, though. I mean, at least.
Still haven't seen it.
Caleb-
Still haven't seen it. I will kill you.
You haven't seen Ex Machina?
No, I've seen Ex Machina. I haven't seen her.
Ex Machina.
Ex Machina.
Well, you know what happens in Her. Like he falls in love with an AI. You see
Then he
that
drops
right-
her in the
right-
toilet.
It's. Oh.
I'm just kidding. I was
Wait for you in the parking lot. Oh yeah, filming. So I think one of my favorite characters is Gordon Freeman from the Half-Life saga, because he's just so irrational. Like he's a scientist. He's a scientist, and his way of getting out of the situation is crowbar. So I think his favorite character would be Mad Max, because he never talks. When he does, it's really just grunting and like a few words here and there. He looks like a caveman.
I noticed that Tom Hardy is really good at grunting. Brother can grunt.
Yeah, you can.
Again, I don't have it.
I'm a big man for you. Allie!
Time to go mobile.
Mobile!
Okay, so I think Batman, from all of his movies, all combined, I feel like you would watch Sherlock. The movie.
I could tell you
Like the
personally
Robert
that I
Downey
don't
Jr.
What?
Robert Downey Jr. ones.
Yeah.
Or the TV show with
Big guy
Benedict
from
Yeah,
Cumberbatch.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
I think you would watch the Cumberbatch version and be like, this guy's a. But
A
we'll
Nance.
see.
Yes.
Can't say the other one.
Yeah, I was thinking more like Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
movie.
He's more like he's basically Batman
Yeah.
minus the secret identity
Basically.
and in a completely different era. But yeah.
Can't fight as well either.
Totally strong. Totally strong responses, you guys.
Super
job.
strong.
mega strong.
All right, segueing, we're going to go into our last little bit of the podcast. This is movies that you'd like to see remade and that you don't want to see remade. Because we live in a time full of remakes. Some of them are awful. Some of them have been pretty great. So, who wants to start?
Well, should we just keep the trend going?
No.
No.
Okay,
I
good.
think that two movies that should not be remade, but I'm very fearful will be, are two of the best classics of the 80s, Ferris Bueller's Day Off and The Breakfast Club. Should absolutely not ever be remade, but
Amen.
I have that notion that it's going to happen.
There's a storm coming.
I can feel it in my plums.
What about a movie that should be remade?
Oh boy.
A movie that I think should just be remade because it was such a great story. It was a Stephen King novel called The Langoliers. Has anyone heard of that? Not one of his most famous, but they did get made into a movie back in the 90s, and it was just awful. From special effects to the acting, just
Kind of
terrible.
like Dreamcatcher.
Yeah, like it was, but it's such a great story that I feel like it deserves a remake with a competent director and someone who, I think Brian could do better special effects than the movie that has been made, but I feel like that deserves a second life.
I've got an interesting twist on the prompt, actually. I think this would be cool if you remade classic Disney movies like Lion King, Beauty and the Beast, shot for shot in CGI or 3D. Keep everything the same, the voices the same, everything, all the integrity the same. Just see how it looks in 3D. Do you guys not think it would work?
No.
I'm a huge fan of 2D, but I think it would be cool just to see how it would look.
So
I'm not saying it should
Beauty and
happen.
the Beast meets Jimmy Neutron?
Not exactly, but think of Beauty and the Beast in the animation style of Tangled or Frozen.
That'd be kind of cool.
Well,
actually.
they might. Well, since they're doing like a real life animation, like real life action film of it, they might. They actually Disney got rid of their 2D, and they said it was too expensive, so they're not.
It's very expensive.
Yeah, so they're no longer doing hand drawn animation. So
But
after
it's so awesome.
Princess and the Frog, that was the last movie you'll ever
Really?
see. So everything is going to be in 3D
That's too
now.
bad because 2D animation is incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But one that is coming soon that I wish would just crash burn and never be seen again is the Ghostbusters remake.
Oh,
Yeah.
hell yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and I know there's probably a stink out there that it's all women, right? And I kind of get it. Like, you know, it's not my issue that women are going to be the Ghostbusters. It's the fact that they're remaking Ghostbusters
Yeah.
is an atrocity. It shouldn't be done ever.
I don't think it's a remake, it's a reboot.
It's a reboot. Yeah, it's a reboot. We should never see Ghostbusters again. I should live in 1985 when Ghostbusters came out.
Yeah, they're treating it like the Terminator franchise, where they just keep hashing out these crappy stories.
Mm-hmm.
Like even Genesis, like I enjoyed it, but as opposed to like the first two movies, you're just like, this should not have seen the light of day.
Yeah, like, honestly, for me, I wouldn't care. Yeah, I agree that Ghostbusters doesn't need a remake. But that being said, I don't even care that it's women. I can't stand Melissa McCarthy.
I agree.
She's just the worst.
Dude, I thought she was great in Bridesmaids.
This is the only movie she's ever been good in, though.
Yeah,
She plays the
she's-
exact
yeah.
same character
Yeah.
in every other movie she's in.
Yeah,
I guarantee
like
you she
her.
falls at least like 10 times in the new Ghostbusters.
It's funny
movie.
because he's fat, right?
Yeah, that's exactly like
It's funny
She's like
because she's
female
fat.
Chris Farley,
Yeah,
pretty
but
much,
not
yeah.
as.
but not as awesome.
not with the
R.I.P. Chris Farley.
I would have loved that spy movie that came out if
Yeah.
Melissa McCarthy was not in it. I felt so bad for Jude Law for having to do a movie with her. I can't.
Or
imagine
Jason
that.
Statham for that matter.
I'm sure
yeah.
he was well compensated.
I'm sure.
I'm sure. Y'all got it?
Yeah,
Yes.
you go first.
You okay?
She was more enthusiastic. She gets it.
Well, I'm just excited that they like finally released that they're gonna remake Mortal Kombat because the last like few
Yeah, that's a
movies
good
were
one.
just terrible.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see what because I saw some of the animation that they're actually using and it's like I think they're going more towards CGI, so it's gonna be like it's gonna be so much better.
Yeah.
You're alive, and soon you won't be. Solid writing, Mortal Kombat 2. As far as movies that should be remade, I don't think the first Matrix should be remade. Keep that as it is.
I was thinking about that the other day.
But Reloaded and Revolutions need to be remade because they had a solid idea with the first one, and they went completely off the rails. They focused mostly on special effects, the action, which yes is great, but like even if you look at the choreography of the action, it's cheap, it's flawed. You look at other movies like now, like with Captain America,
John Wick.
or even Captain America: Winter Soldier. The choreography in that was just flawless.
It was on point.
And then you have other movies that were from the Philippines, like The Raid and The Raid 2.
Oh, dude, crazy.
Beautiful choreography. And I think if you applied that to a remake and a better story with better writing and better acting, with the remakes of Reloaded and Revolutions, you would get what we should have gotten in the first place.
That's an interesting idea to ditch the two botches, right?
Yeah.
and keep the first one as like ironclad canon, and then just build off of that.
Yeah.
But
That's kind of like what they did with X-Men.
I actually thought of a solid submission because I know I kind of copped out with the whole Disney thing. Have y'all seen The Highlander? There can only be one?
Yeah,
Dude, I think a remake of that would be sick.
that would be good.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But before
Even though I love 80s style lightning, you guys know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
The lightning- dude, 80s lightning's awesome. I don't know, it's my weakness.
He's fighting.
Like
No, but-
hand-drawn animation lightning.
one movie that I know should never be remade, A Clockwork Orange.
Fantastic.
It's a beautiful movie. It's a messed up movie, but it needs to be messed up in order to get its point across because it's about choice and free will and living in the contemporary society as well as a dystopian world. And it's a timeless movie. There's hardly any relatable to the era context in the movie, if that makes sense. Like, do you see what I'm trying to say? Like, you can't tell that you're in the you can't tell you're in 1980 necessarily half the time in the movie because it's mostly about Alex DeLarge and his life and how he is really just a monster and he ends up staying that way no matter what. Spoilers. But I can see it being remade. I can see Hollywood being like, we should totally remake that movie. And just taking a massive, steamy, backed up, runny dump all over it.
Yeah.
Like, not to be crude, but I can see it happening.
That makes sense.
I think a lot of Stanley Kubrick movies are canon for not, or eligible for not like 2001 Space Odyssey.
Yeah, you can't remake that.
No, absolutely.
Because
They did it with Interstellar. Come on. So.
Well, see, that's
Interstellar
funny.
was more like Inception meets 2001.
Yeah.
That's funny because I actually have suggested remaking a Stanley Kubrick movie. So, not that I want to see it per se, but just because I have specific things that I would, expect with it. So here are some of the ones that I would want. I want them to remake Stephen King's It with Cary Fukunaga, which isn't happening because Hollywood. That's why. That movie scared the crap out of me growing up.
as
And
well
Cary
should.
Fukunaga would have done one he would have
Who's he?
that guy. True Detective season 1.
Matthew
Okay.
True Detective season 1. He's also doing Beasts of No Nation, which is the Netflix original movie.
That
It's
which
gonna
looks
be-
really good.
Yeah,
it
it
looks
does.
incredible.
That's the one with Idris?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that's not going to happen. And so unfortunately, but that is one that I definitely want to see. And then this is one of the Kubrick ones I said. I want to see David Fincher redo The Shining. I think that
Would actually be good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
exception to the rule there.
I was very, very skeptical about what you were
David
saying.
Fincher doing The Shining would be great.
Yeah.
He's good at messed up.
He's
He's good at
the
that stuff,
best.
and he's also good at staying to canon, staying to the original source
Exactly.
material. Because
Like-
that's one thing Stephen King hated about The Shining and other King movie movie adaptations, was that it hardly kept the original story or anything like that.
Yeah. And then I also put David Fincher down next to One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Ooh.
I feel like he would do great with that. And then this is actually happening.
Sticking to Jack Nicholson.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then David Fincher doing all of Jack Nicholson's form. Anyways, and then this is actually happening. I said I want them to redo Lemony Snicket's series of Unfortunate Events. And they're doing a Netflix series.
Yeah.
So
That's gonna be awesome.
When is that supposed to come out? Because I thought that was supposed to come out like 2 years ago.
they announced that they were going to make it, but I don't know.
Like, I know that a lot of people didn't like the movie. I enjoyed
I
it.
enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Jim Carrey was awesome.
Jim Carrey
I
was
love-
the best Olaf.
I hate when people say he's a washed-up actor. Jim Carrey is seriously talented,
He's
and
incredibly
I still
talented.
think he's underrated as far as like his serious roles.
Dude, my childhood.
Eternal
Yeah.
The number
Sunshine of the
23.
Spotless Mind.
I still,
The Majestic, yeah.
yeah.
And then here's some ones that I say don't do. I'm gonna say It, directed by Andrew Muschietti, which
Is
is
that the one
which
that's
is happening. Yeah, which is the one that's happening. Don't do it, please.
Who's doing it again?
Andrew
And
Muschietti.
who's he?
He's the director of Mama. They want a jump scare movie, and so they went to him. So they
See,
went
there
to
were
him.
parts of Mama that I liked, and then the rest of it I was like, this is just.
I really hated Mama.
And then I
just
said,
like
Not you,
Jessica
Mom. I hated Mom.
I just like Jessica Chastain.
don't remake any classic horror movie ever. because I mean, just some of the classics we've already gotten reboots, and they suck.
Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th.
Nightmare on Elm Street movies. I'm tired of those.
I'm pretty sure they're doing another. I'm pretty sure they're doing another.
I think remaking any Wes Craven movie right now, or any time in the
just
future,
in general,
would just be in poor taste.
Yeah, I also said The Godfather. Do not ever.
Oh
touch
yeah,
it.
that's untouchable.
Do not
That
ever
goes without
touch it.
saying.
Don't ever touch it. And
That's
then,
like trying to rewrite the Bible.
last but not least,
Blasphemous, but let's be real.
Hey,
last but not least, please do not remake any Adam Sandler movie ever. Just the initial product is enough. We don't need more. So
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings,
that's-
don't touch it.
yeah, Lord of the Rings. You know, there's some that are just completely off limits.
All right, guys. So I think that's all the time we have for this week. We'll see you in a couple weeks for the next episode of Heads Up Display Podcast. Check out our first episode. It's coming next week to our channel, and this is gonna kickstart this next season of Heads Up Display. Look for new and great things from us coming very soon. So please hit that subscribe button, like if you want, and we'll see you next time. Bye.